Hello everyone, it's Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. I'm sitting down having a well-earned rest. I've been in my garden most of the morning. My granddaughter's partner Craig came up to help me in the garden today, and he cut the hedge, and I got one of those tools, you know, for going between paving slabs for getting the weeds out, because I have a large patio and I have a large wide path down the garden, and there was lots of weeds sticking out of them that needed doing. So while Craig was cutting the hedge, I was pulling all the weeds out of the paving, between the paving and that, and sweeping it, brushing it all up and that. And there's only so much at my age, there's only so much bending up and down you can do, so at least I had a bit of a rest while we had our lunch. And then I went back out again and we decided to pull the rhubarb, because it was going to seed. There was a lot of seed growing from it, and there was an awful lot. So we decided to pull up the chop all the seeds off, all the you know, the long hollow stalks with the seeds grown out of them. We did all that, and then I said I'm going to have to pull some of the rhubarb. I haven't pulled any up this year at all. I've actually still got a tub in my freezer from last year that I haven't gotten round to using myself yet. Well, you know, when you're by yourself, you don't need as much as when you've got a lot of family in, so stuff like that lasts a long time for me. And I made a mistake with this knitting here, the wrong. That's it, take that one off. That's the wool forward, slip one, knit one. That's it, and pass the slip stitch over. That's knitting and talking at the same time, you make mistakes. So we started pulling the rhubarb off, and then I had to show Craig how to actually pull the rhubarb off, because he was chopping the leaf off the top. And I says, you pull the rhubarb off from the root first, and then we chop the leaves off afterwards. My compost bin is full. I couldn't get any more in the bin. The rhubarb leaves took nearly all the space. All the cuttings off the hedge were in it, because I've got one of those, it's called a garden broom for cutting the hedge, and it chops them all up into tiny little bits as it cuts it. So they were all sorted and they went into the compost bin. And then I didn't want all the weeds I'd pulled up, because there was a lot of roots of dandelions and things like that, and I didn't want them going into the compost bin, because it would just make more weeds in when it goes into the soil and that. So anyway, we chopped all the after we pulled all the rhubarb off, we chopped all the leaves off and the little rotten bits off the end, you know, where we pulled it from the root and that. And I've got a great big pile of rhubarb. I'm going to show you what I've got. Whatever I'm going to do with it, I don't know, but I'll show you what I've got. This is all the rhubarb that I picked off my garden today. I don't know what on earth I am going to do with this. I think some of it's going to go to the neighbours. Plenty rhubarb crumbles, rhubarb tarts. I don't think I'm up to making rhubarb jam. So that's the result of a lot of my hard work today. That's a little bit of my rhubarb. There's still a lot on. I didn't pull all the stalks off. That's probably about half of it. And I started off, well, I've had the rhubarb plant since I moved into this house over 30 years ago. I think it was 1988. Yes, my youngest one was 14 when I've got to go by dates, you know. He was 14 when we moved in here, and he was born in 1974. So I've been in this house since 1988, and there was a rhubarb plant in the garden when I came here, and that's the same rhubarb plant that I'm still using now. In fact, I actually dug it up. It was only one plant at the time, and I dug it up after it had finished, and I split it into two. But I think it's a lot bigger than that now because of the amount of rhubarb that comes off it. And it just sort of goes mad when it starts growing. And when I was younger, and I had the three lads at home, my husband loved the rhubarb. He loved rhubarb pie, rhubarb crumble. And I actually tried to make rhubarb jam once, but wasn't very good. It didn't come out very good. I used mostly my strawberries for making jam. But I haven't even got any strawberries left because the rabbits that were coming in, they ate every single leaf. I'm going to have to buy some plants because the rabbits have stopped coming into my garden. I don't know what's happened to them, but they were coming in for years and I couldn't grow anything. I gave up growing anything. That's why my garden got in a bit of a state. But they've disappeared. They don't come in anymore. So I'm going to buy some more strawberry plants. I did get some last year off Sheila, because off my granddaughter Sheila, because she had an odd plant, and I got one or two of the runners off her, but I forgot about them. They were in the cold frame outside and forgot about them, and they never got watered, and I just lost them. So I'm just going to buy some and start over again. So I was going to do a little bit more gardening, but after I sorted out the rhubarb and sorted out the weeds and the rhubarb and that, I couldn't bend over anymore. I just, you know, my back just wouldn't stand for it. So Craig went home anyway because Cheryl would have been coming in, picking the kids up from school, and so I just sat down to do a little bit knitting. I'm getting a bit further on with this cardigan. This is the second side. I'm nearly finished with it, and I'll only have the sleeves to do after that. And I really needed this rest. Like I say, there's only so much you can do at my age. I wished I could do more, but I can't work like I used to when I was younger in the garden. So that's my little bit for today. So if you like my video, thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll show you anything else when I get around to doing it. So bye for now.